Just in time for the holidays, if you haven't already bought gifts, I got a bunch of knives to show you that came from CJRB. These are some really cool new releases. Some of them are not as old, but there's some great stuff that you're going to want to check out. So let's turn this around and look at it from above. Guys, CJRB has released a handful of knives. They're not new releases, but they're definitely newer releases. We're going to take a look at them. There's 5 of them. We're going to start with the one that I love the most right here, the CJRB Frack. Now, this is a reverse flick only button lock. This comes in a bunch of different formats. Well, I think 3 or 4. So there's a plain steel scale, there's a titanium frag, there's the steel frag. It's a button lock reverse flick. This thing is super comfortable in hand. Frag pattern on this is pretty great. I had a couple of people ask when I did the video about this. It's pretty grippy, but it's not aggressive. It's not like it's going to tear up your pockets. It's not like it feels like a file. It's enough to keep this from feeling slick. I prefer actually the cheaper version, the steel version. It's got a different weight, but I have to say that the titanium one is awesome as well. It's done in ARPM 9 with a really unique, aggressive looking blade. And the handle is big. You guys know I've got big hands. This is way more than a full 4-finger grip. And if you want to get further up on it like that, that is really good. This is coming in just at like 9 inches on the mat. If I get this lined up, it's just right at 9 inches on the mat. CJRB has done some of the best budget button locks that you're going to see. All of the knives, except one that you're going to see today, is a button lock. Their knives are just always good, especially when you're looking at the budget standpoint. Blade on this, really cool looking harpoon style. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost reptilian the way it looks. It looks like a raptor, the way it looks, with this being the eye and the face. I don't know. I love it. Ray Laconico liked it so much that he took this knife and based a new design off of it. With it being a button lock, completely ambidextrous, so you do have a reversible pocket clip, so you know you can absolutely carry this if you're a lefty. ARPM 9 is a really good steel, and this blade is just about perfect for everyday use. It is radiused enough that if you want belly, you've got it, but still not so aggressively radiused that you don't lose the ability to do things like you would if you had a straight blade like a Wharncliffe. So let's move on to the next knife. And it is the Mini Pyate. But before we do that, some people have asked what the beads are that I have in some of my shorts and stuff like that. These are made by Eric Garza over at Garza Custom Knives. He's working on a website, but you can find him on Instagram. This is actually a self-defense bracelet, so I'm going to do a video about that, but that's what this is. So this is the Mini Pyate, which is based on the full-size Wharncliffe Pyate, which is right here. So you can see it's just a shrunken down version of the Pyate, and the Wharncliffe Pyate is super, super good. It's just a mini version of it. Same great button lock. You've got the reverse flick. It's got a full finger choil on it. It's like a little folding box cutter. So this is done with aluminum scales, with the hard coat ano, so it's very, very light. Let's get this out of the way. So like I was saying, super, super good. This thing is really, for a small knife, really comfortable to use and cut with, especially like I can get all the way up there on that. And it is a very comfortable knife to cut with. Another one of CJRB's great button locks. You know, it's got a reversible pocket clip. It is reverse flick only, but even though it's a small knife, you still have a relatively good cutting surface. Here you're looking at a full 2-inch cutting edge on a small knife like this. Now, this is a mini knife. This would be something that would be great to have in slacks. I did a video about both of these, you know, individually, the 2 mini ones. Actually, I did the mica by itself. These are knives that would be great in an office environment if you're in slacks. I used to sell insurance. I was an insurance salesman, and I would carry a knife, and having a large knife and a pair of slacks, it just kind of bangs around. This is something nice and small. You can put this in a desk drawer, but you're not giving up anything because you got the same blade design. You've got the same behind the edge thickness that you have on a full-size Pyate, just in a smaller package. These would be great little stocking stuffer knives. The cool thing that they did is all of these lanyard holes on their mini knives that they did, the mica and this one, they're anodized different colors, so you get a flash and pop. Nice little small deep carry pocket clip on this, so it is all the way down in your pocket, so even better because it is a small knife. I do get in my own way with this because I've got big hands, but this thing is just a great little knife I'd probably be doing trying to get a couple of these for giveaway purposes on the channel because I do like them that much. So like I said, there's gonna be links to all these down below, or you can just use my artisan/CJRB affiliate link that will take you to their website. So let's move on to the next knife and get away from this little guy. And this one is not a little guy. This is the Derek Pinkerton Design Resource by CJRB. Not a button lock. It's the only one that I brought back from them that was not a button lock. Well, there is one more, but it's an artisan design. This is amazing in hand. This thing is another one of the Pinkerton designs that I absolutely love. You got a big thumb stud on both sides with a fuller. I don't use thumb studs. This is a great reverse flick off the fuller. In hand, this thing is, it is amazing. You're looking at another, this one is over 9. I'd say this is closer to 9 1/4, maybe 9 1/2. I don't have the full overall. It's done a liner lock, G10 scales. Now, the thing about most of the Pinkerton designs that have been released that I do like is the way he has them contour the handles, but he doesn't do it as a full radius. It is stepped down. And what happens with that is you don't just get the rounded feel that you get, but you also get a very tactile feel. Your fingers are on here. It feels like that knife is very secure to your hand. And it is, because these are hard edges, not enough that they're uncomfortably sharp, but really good to hold on to. ARRPM 9 blade steel on this. This is a big, long blade. So you've got a long flat, a good belly, and it is another one of those knives that, even though it is a large knife, does not feel awkward. This knife could have easily felt really awkward had the blade been the wrong dimensions. Nice and broad, so it comes down, even though it's a fairly large, robust knife, comes down nice and thin behind the edge. And because it's an ARRPM 9, this is a very good outdoors style thing, because ARRPM 9 is easy to maintain and it is very rust resistant. Action on this, missed the thumb stud, sorry. Action on this is great. You can reverse the snap on that, reverse flick on that's great. And it's got something really, it's got a relatively straight profile until it drops down here. Just has that outdoor fixed blade look to it, but just an awesome, awesome knife. You guys have not seen the video about this yet at the time of filming, but I filmed the video about this first day in pockets. I absolutely fell in love with this knife. So let's move on to our next knife right after you guys hear from this video sponsor. Guys, with Halloween officially being in the books, you know what that means. It's the start of the holiday season, which means Coffee Brand Coffee is starting to release some of their new flavors. You can see me opening up the one that they sent me right there. This is the butterscotch toffee. It is amazing. I'm having a cup of it right now. They have got some of the best flavored coffees you're going to find. All of their coffee is roasted on demand when you order it, ground or bean, sent to your door. They also have cocoa. They have tea. They have got cold brew bags. And the thing is, now that it's the holiday season, they are starting to do their gift boxes. So if you want to get a gift for someone for Christmas, I absolutely recommend it. There is no risk because it's a money back guarantee if you try their coffee. And you can save 10% with my link. So check them out. Give them a shot. I absolutely love what they're doing over there. Guys, I got to get out of here and get back to filming. And this one is another of the mini knives. And this is good, guys. The ano on this is gorgeous. This is the Micia, which it's very similar to the original Pyate, but a little bit different. It's got a full straight back as opposed to like on the mini Pyate. You can see how the Pyate is kind of candid and radiused. And then the blade shape's slightly different, but this is another great small knife that absolutely performs well above what it should. This is a nice broad blade that comes down to a devastatingly sharp edge. The aluminum on this is done stunningly. This is a hardened coat ano. So this is an aluminum oxide coating that then they dye. And with aluminum, you can get some of these super iridescent anodizings that you just can't get on titanium, and it's going to last longer. I am not opposed to the lanyard hole on this. So once again, super good button lock. You're not giving up anything because the CJRB button locks are great. I have a hard time reverse flicking these small ones with the thumb studs. But you can reverse flick. It does have a reversal pocket clip. ARRPM 9 blade in a drop point that, like I said, once again, full finger choil on a small knife like this is great. This is another knife that would be perfect in a pair of slacks. I absolutely carry this one. This is going to be my daughter's, but I absolutely carry this in a pair of shorts, basketball shorts, or my pajamas. because it is getting cold here in San Diego, and it sits just perfect. It's a nice little light, small carry, perfect for in a purse if you're looking for a gift for somebody for that. And the construction on it's great. So even though it is light, it has got steel liners in the aluminum, and they've done a good bit of weight reduction. You can see even into the aluminum, they've removed material. So these, I really am impressed with how good these mini knives are. I'm typically not a fan of them. I do like this one a lot. So let's move on to the final knife. And it's the CJRB Space Cowboy, designed by Chris and Elliot Williamson over at Fair & Forge Knife Works. This is based on a knife. Now, you may have already seen, I don't know the order that I'm going to release videos. You may have seen the video about this knife. I'm not a fan of the overall design of this knife, but I have to admit, this is a great knife. And the guys that love the original version of this are absolutely going to love this, because it is better, in my opinion, than the $500 version. This is based on a knife called the Scepter, and it's very, very similar. There's some definite differences, but this is a nice little medium-sized knife. It's not small like the mini knives. You're looking overall length of 7 inches on this, so it's coming in as an average EDC. It's done as a flipper. You see the definite Fair & Forge Knife Works lines in it. You got this big forward choil here, and then another one up here, so you've got that full grip on it here. You've got jimping on the spine, another one of the button locks. You will see, though, this one is not reversible. I'm going to ask some questions about the thought process on that, but Elliot does not like reversible pocket clips, so that could be it. Really deep carry pocket clip on this that sits below the end of the knife. So if you're into deep carry, this is about the deepest carry you're going to get, unless you want your pocket clip all the way up here. You've got a beautifully done blade in ARRPM 9 as well. It is slightly radiused, so you've got belly for what you want. Like I said before, the slight radius means that you can definitely do things you would do with like a Warncliffe. And this comes down to probably the thinnest behind the edge of any of the knives that we've seen on the channel today, any of the other CJRBs we've seen today. You just can't go. I mean, if you try it out and you don't like it, this is something you could give as a gift, but this is a really good knife. I think this absolutely, if you want to know the truth, like I said, is better than the much more expensive version of this knife that they released. It is different. There are definite differences. One of the coolest things about this, you've got an area here. If you really want to slam this open with the flipper tab, you can power up on this and then just, oh, got my hand away. You can just slide your finger out and just bang down on that flipper tab. And every one of Elliot Williamson's flipper tabs that he ever designs for a knife can be used as a bottle opener. So there you go. That's the last knife. Let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, and send you out about your day. There you go, guys. CJRB never fails to please when it comes to having a variety of knives. They just release so many knives and so many good ones. And like I said, their budget button locks are probably the best on the market. I think that for me, this resource, this Dirk Pinkard design, is the one that really stands out to me. It's just an awesome, big work folding knife. So I'll put links to all of them down below. You can't go wrong. I mean, they're definitely budget. If you're looking for gifts, that may be the way to go. Guys, already a long video. Let's not make this take any longer. You know what to do. Like the video. Don't like the video. But if you don't like it, tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. You want to support the channel? Lots of different ways. I've got my sponsors, Coffee Brand Coffee, Tempered Trail, Doll Strong Knives. Coffee Brand Coffee and Tempered Trail have a discount built into their links, but you can also use coupon code Crazy Sharp, all one word, lowercase, at any of those, plus a new one, Beyond EDC, and it saves you 40% at Beyond EDC until the end of December. I also have got that coupon code that works at Rosecraft Blades and FairandForgeKnifeWorks.com. I've got an Amazon store. Take it, pin it to your browser. Use it for any Amazon shopping you're going to do. I've also got links to major vendors down below that supports the channel. I get a portion of it at checkout. Doesn't cost you anything. Knives Ship Free, GP Knives, Vosteed, all the major ones down there. You can check them out. I've also got a membership that's all tier-based. I've got a private Discord that's available for all the members. I do exclusive content. I do giveaways for the baseline and the medium and top tiers. And I also have a sharpening tutorial series for the top tier. I've also started a public Discord. I would really love it if you guys would join that. It's a lot of fun to be able to hang out and talk with other knife nerds and not have to worry about doing it on Instagram where your account might get suspended. So, guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.